Well, I used to enjoy it in a way that I could spend some time my leisure in reading, going to the library. Originally, I carried on going to the pub with other people, but I changed my habit of drinking for the sake of society and social life. I went to pub. I used to have juice, and others used to drink beer. At the age of, well, when it came to Saki 99 time, before that, even we heard the news about genocide of Sikhs in Punjab, 84 and November 84. That changed my life a lot. I didn't like any kind of luxuries at that time. I would rather save some money to help someone in India, and my children they couldn't enjoy money luxuries. So even the car was a simple car I used to have. But I continue to develop in other ways as well for the purpose of coping with the schoolwork, teaching mathematics and new subjects like information technology, technical drawing were introduced. So I studied those subjects as well. I was only a few pages ahead of the children when I was teaching information technology, but I enjoyed that anyway. For the purpose of uh, going out, I used to travel within the country to see beautiful places within England and Wales and Scotland, that kind of thing. So, but my mind was always in Punjab. I used to read news about Punjab and we used to worry about that. And then traveling was also risky at that time to Punjab. First time I visited Punjab was after 8 years in 73, and Punjab had changed a lot. But by 1984, the things went very bad. The Punjab progress was going down. The political leaders were fighting for their rights, such as water, Punjab waters, uh, or equal rights for Sikhs within the Indian society. And then there was a problem of uh, uh, you know Punjabi Subha. Punjabi Subha problem was so right from the 65. I used to hear about that. Well, it was granted okay when by 1966 by the government because of the fact that the Punjabi soldiers did very well in the war with Pakistan in 65. So Lal Bahadur Shastri was kind enough to grant that demand, but he was killed soon after as he visited Russia and he was poisoned by one of the agencies. Some people regard it was Indian government's Indira Gandhi's plan to kill him, whatever. I've read a lot about that. There are some stuff written about that as well. And after 84, uh, whatever we used to do, our mind was always there. And by 1893, I was the secretary of the Asian Teachers Association. We continue to strive for the teaching of mother tongue in schools because our children were not doing so well because of their understanding of their own mother tongue, and the teachers couldn't communicate with them. Well, it was offered by some schools offered that we had to go to the heads of school to convince them for the need of teaching mother tongue within schools. It was given some status equivalent to modern foreign languages, and some teachers, some head teachers agreed to introduce teaching of Punjabi in schools. So I was a peripatetic teacher to begin with. We used to go to different schools and colleges to teach Punjabi. And about a year after that, in 85, I was appointed coordinator of Punjabi teachers. So we had a team of Punjabi teachers and go to a different school and produce material for teaching because material teaching available was not that good. Material that was available from India was not that good. we used to produce our own material for the purpose of teaching. So together we worked as a group to do that kind of work. Then I do some examination work as well. I was examiner or chief examiner for different boards, London board, and then later on Cambridge assessment. I used to write papers for Punjabi A level and GCSE level for children in learning Punjabi in Singapore. I continued for that for quite some time. Then in 2005, I was invited by the chairman of the trustee at Babadeep Singh Gurdwara to work towards building a new building that's standing now there. I started working as a secretary of the trust, continue helping there, the construction work, the everything clerical the work that goes with it. I used to do that, and until the death of the chairman, then I stopped for a while. But I became registrar for registering wedding at the Gurdwara. I still continue with that. But later on, about 6 months ago, I was appointed president of the Babadeep Singh Management Committee. So I'll continue with that now. At the same time, talking about genocide and human rights in Punjab, I used to write to my MPs describing some of the situation in Punjab. In one case, Justice just Ajit Singh Bence was sent to prison, and there was a lot of noise about it, about his freedom. And I wrote to my MP about it, and he did some kind of correspondence with the Indian government and all, but it was not just my effort alone. There were other people in India and elsewhere throughout the world were doing such efforts to free those kind of prisoners from India. So that was one of my contribution. And the same days, I came across Mr. Aridamanjit Singh. He used to work as a border security officer. He used to talk to me about how false encounters were taking place and how people were trained to go into villages to act like Sikh terrorists. They were police cats, but they were trained to act like Sikh terrorists. They used to go to villages and cause trouble. At night time, they would rob the people and do all kind of harassments to Sikhs. During daytime, they would come as officer to ask some sort of a terrorist stayed in your home last night. What do you think about that? And then extracting money from them, that kind of thing. And some people were killed in his presence. So I asked him to write about his experiences if he has seen so much things happening in India. He said not only in India, it's happening in other parts of India as well, because other states, yes, some people writing for their genuine rights, and they are being tortured and killed in the same way in other states. So he had some experience about that as well. So he's written a book that was launched last year here in Birmingham.